What's going on, High Society? Welcome back to episode 31, Sordward and Shielbert Spectacular Podcast. It's your commissioner and head coach, Boston Braviaries, Ryan, joined this week by two new coaches for the Majors division. We have Danielle, head coach of the new Tokyo Togekiss. How's it going, Danielle?
Good.
Good, thanks for joining us. And Anthony, head coach of the new team, the Pittsburgh Polteageist. How are you, Anthony?
I am not too shabby. I love the hat. I didn't even notice the hat before. I love that.
I got
repping it.
Yeah, I got a, here, wait. And I got face mask.
Wow. Very nice. I think I saw the face mask before, but I love it.
So if you see this guy walking around town, it's me.
You know what's up.
But yeah, so thanks guys for joining us. Two new coaches, always exciting. Our biggest expansion ever this season with the new minors division. So, you know, some teams moving down there, some teams taking a season off, but awesome to have you guys. And yeah, let's just kind of get some background on the new coaches here. So Danielle, I'm going to start with you. Tell me, you know, your history with Pokemon, what got you interested in the society, and what you hope to accomplish or get out of this next season.
Well, I've played about all the games like growing up and stuff. I never got like super into it, but I'm hoping to learn a lot more this season. I got into it because my dad's a coach, and yeah, it's about it, and hoping that I just learn more.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, for those who don't know, Ed, head coach Vero Beach Volcarona, is Danielle's dad, and her brother is Matt, head coach the Minnesota Nido Kings as well. So all of
it's
them,
a family dynasty.
Yeah,
sounds like.
They'll be slugging each other out. I do have the schedule made already, but I don't remember if any of them are facing each other. So we'll have to reveal that after the draft, of course. But Anthony, how about yourself? Tell me about your history with Pokemon, what got you interested in the society, and what you hope to accomplish this season.
Sure. So I have been, just like Danielle said, I've been playing since Red and Blue. You know, got them for my fifth year of Christmas. Very exciting to me. So I've been playing Pokemon since then. I've been playing competitively probably since, I want to say Black or White is when I started to get into kind of competitive battling.
That's a good time to get into competitive.
Yeah. Ferrothorn, my boy. Ugh, I love Ferrothorn so much. It's a problem. But anyways. So haven't done much on the doubles scene. I've been mostly a competitive singles battler in the past. Won a few tournaments here and there. Was really excited when you reached out, Ryan, to talk to me and get me involved because I'm very competitive by my nature, and I love competitive Pokemon. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm in. I want to get involved. And hopes for the season, I mean, I don't want to sound cocky. I'd love to do really well and win some shit, you know, if we're honest.
Want the trophy.
I mean, I'm going for it, but I mean, I'd be happy to just do well. But, you know, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm aiming for it.
Oh, that's what we need. And yeah, and, you know, hopefully everything goes well. And we alternate. So next season, if you're still interested, then it'll be singles. And
absolutely,
that'll be in your repertoire too. So kind of, you know,
I recently won a random doubles tournament, so you know, I'm trying to get into it. You know, we're getting there.
There you go. They're two different beasts. That's what I tell you.
They really are. Oh my God.
They're two different games within a game. So you know, it's good to play both of them and get the full experience. But super happy to have you, Anthony. I know we haven't talked in ages, so you know, it was good to reach out. And
yeah, glad to hear from you.
Pokemon's a great connector, just like Magic was a great connector early on in our friendship. Pokemon is another great connector, and Pokemon's a lot cheaper than Magic. So
yeah, I wish I could kick that other addiction. So here we are.
That I finally kicked that one a couple years ago.
God help me, I wish.
I sold all my legacy stuff and everything before our wedding and everything, and then I just haven't, felt the urge to get it. I did start playing a Star Wars trading card game, but then it died.
I heard that died pretty quickly. I had a friend that got into that.
Yeah, I'm never going to support Fantasy Flight Games ever again.
Fair.
They are a poor company. Great IPs, poor management.
Yikes.
But yeah, so with that said, since you guys are new coaches, I'm sure you have some questions just about general stuff about the society, about how the draft works. I know some people kind of, like, I related to like a fantasy draft with like fantasy sports, but sometimes someone hasn't played fantasy sports and, it's not like a perfect analogy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the rules doc for this season. And we're just going to quickly go through the rules doc real quick for those who missed it on episode 29 podcast. I went over the rules doc in depth, but we'll just kind of go through it really quick here, and then Danielle and Anthony can ask questions if they have any, and we'll take a look at the tier list and see what kind of Pokemon we might be keeping an eye on in some of the tiers. But yeah, so anyway, just basic stuff, creating your team. Everybody has like a fun team name and a logo made for them, so it's always fun. Drafting, that is the key to a draft league. We pick our Pokemon in a snake draft format. So it's 10 rounds. So at the end of it, you'll have a team of 10 Pokemon you can choose from. This is just, you have to own the Pokemon that you draft. Rental teams are not allowed. We're a huge community. There's about 30 of us now, between who are playing and not playing. So if you want a Pokemon, other than maybe like some of those random legendaries or mythicals that you might not be able to get in the current game, if there's a Pokemon that you want or need, people are going to help you out. So don't let that stop you from drafting it, is what I tell all the coaches. We will breed you or train you something. So the way that the draft works is the Pokemon are broken up into different tiers, so power levels. So throughout the draft, you have to select one S tier, one A tier, 3 B tier, 4 C tier, and 1 D tier. And we'll get to that at the end. But do you guys have, while we're on this topic, do you guys have any questions about how the draft works? We do it on Discord. Usually I've done it on like a text channel, but I'm gonna see if we can do it as a voice channel. I don't know if 16 people in a voice channel will be super coherent, but I'm willing to at least try that before going to the text one. Mainly because I would like to record it, so I think that would be nice to record and then just post it up there. But yeah, do you guys have any general questions about how the draft works or what you would have to do in the draft?
No questions on this end.
No? Yeah, pretty straightforward. I'm sure you guys are familiar with how a draft structure works. And then once you're in the season, you can trade with other teams. You can pick up free agents by dropping like one of your Pokemon and then picking up another one from the same tier. We usually don't allow that for the first 2 weeks of the season. That way, kind of forces you to play with the team that you drafted. But then after that, you basically get it up until the last week of the season. You can add and drop Pokemon and do trades. So the regular season consists of 8 games. For this season, we're going to be doing the VGC format. So you bring a team of 6 Pokemon, and then you play a best out of 3 using only 4 Pokemon for each game. So that's just the VGC rules. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, just make sure you communicate each week with your coaches. And to record the results, you need to obviously record who wins or loses each game. And you have to record which Pokemon you brought and which ones KO'd who and with what move. That way, we kind of like track the stats of the Pokemon. I have an example here. Hydreigon KO'd Gengar with Dark Pulse, Corsola KO'd Charizard with Stealth Rocks, etc. So that's just kind of like something fun because every week we vote for a MVP. So it's like, Anthony, if your Polteageist got 3 KOs,
Hell yeah, it will.
yeah, and it's kind of like the crux of your team. He might get voted for MVP. And then last season, I got people shiny versions of their Pokemons if I could. This season we might do that, or I might think of something a little less intensive.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work on your end.
Yeah, I mean some of them are pretty easy. Like the what's it called? The GTS on Pokemon Home. You can usually find some stuff if you have like some rarer Pokemon to trade. But all right, so then after those 8 weeks, we move to a postseason where the top 10 teams will enter a playoff bracket. The top 6 teams receive a 1-round bye, and we just have like the tiebreakers here, but it's basically wins and losses head to head. And the playoffs are best of 3, with the finals being a best of 5. And in the finals, you can change your team of 6 like between every game. So you get like free reign in the finals to do whatever you want with your 10 Pokemon.
Sounds good.
The battle rules, again, these are just VGC battle rules. 4v4, set to level 50, best of 3, no duplicate items. Pokemon sharing the same national index number cannot be registered in the same battle. So that's like you can't have Ninetales and a Alolan Ninetales on the same team, or both Indeedees, etc. And we changed it this season that any Pokemon is allowed to Dynamax as per VGC rules. Before, we had Gigantamax be its own separate tier, and you could only Dynamax your Gigantamax pick. But, I feel like with doubles, I'm trying to get people more on the competitive mainstream scene. So I think that'll be a lot of fun for people, because being forced to pick some of these lower level Pokemon, you might have some crazy strategies come out with certain Dynamaxes that you weren't expecting. And then this is just about forfeits. Again, just make sure you talk to people, and the rules may change. That's the little fine print at the bottom, Anthony. Because sometimes something comes up. One time we had 2 coaches on the same team, and they got confused over a trade or whatever, and then we had to be like, okay, we need like different things or whatever. All right. So, any questions about any of that? I know I kind of like breezed through it, but
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. Awesome. I like this. I like no questions. No.
It's because you explained it so well. Look at that.
Exactly. Exactly. There's not much to explain though, so simplicity explains itself. So we get to the tier list here. So this is banned. Basically, it's all like the, box legendaries, Mewtwo, Mew, the new fused Calyrex forms. We banned G-Max Melmetal, just because I think...
I'm pretty sure Melmetal's actually banned in VGC too.
Yeah.
So
all mythical Pokemon are in VGC, but we're allowing for some of them.
Okay.
But I just think that G-Max Melmetal's attack, which basically puts Torment on your opponent with Melmetal's bulk, not being able to hit it multiple times is super effective, could be pretty annoying. So this might show up in a future season, but we'll see. Right now, I'm kind of skeptical of its power. So S tier. So these are like the top of the top. So the way that we broke this down was we took VGC game data from like this past Series 7, and basically if a Pokemon was used 10% or more, it got S tier. If it was 1% or more, got A tier, 0.1% B tier. That was kind of just like our cutoff there. So, basic stuff, G-Max, Venusaur. So G-Maxes are their own separate forms.
I was gonna ask that, so I'm glad you said that because I was like, I'm noticing Venusaur's an A, but G-Max Venusaur's an A.
So if you pick Venusaur in A, you're allowed to Dynamax it, but it can't be Gigantamax. Yeah,
got it.
Exactly. So let's just kind of take a look at each tier and just, shout out a Pokemon that we think might be interesting here. Danielle, do you want to start? We'll just start with S tier. Is there a Pokemon that you're particularly looking at, or that you're like, ooh, this could be interesting if someone takes it?
Let's see. How about I don't know, Cinderace.
Yeah, Cinderace is good.
Yeah, I couldn't see it. I was like,
yeah, it's fallen off a little bit
mm-hmm.
in this last series, but I mean, Libero is such a powerful ability, being able to change your typing for whatever attack, especially.
We used to see it on Greninja how strong that was. So I mean,
But with Dynamax, it's even stronger too. Just having that powerful attack. So yeah, Cinderace is really good. Anthony, how about you? Any Pokemon you're looking at here in the S tier?
There are definitely a few. My boy Rillaboom, I'm all about. I love Rillaboom. I know he's like really good this gen after that hidden ability came out.
Oh yeah.
Grassy Glide is stupid. So I'm looking at him if I can get him. If not, there are a few others in there. I love Urshifu. For all those that can't see, I catch bear types. So I'm all about Urshifu. So those are the ones I'm really looking at right now.
Yeah. For sure, Urshifu and Rillaboom, yeah, very top tier. A Pokemon I really like, because I like having some flexibility. I really like Dragapult. You can really do a lot of things with Dragapult.
You can run him bulky or, aggressive. He's pretty good.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing with Landorus. You can kind of run him both ways too if you want it, but I kind of like Dragapult in that role.
I totally have PTSD about Landorus. That thing has been good for so long.
All right, going on to A tier, we see just more strong Pokemon, to be honest. Let's see. We got both Weezings in here along with Regigigas, so if you wanted to run like a Regigigas thing, you'd have to go with Coughing as like your D tier pick, like a neutralizing gas.
That's fair.
Which might not be horrible, because even with Eviolite, Coughing is still pretty bulky. And I mean, you're not really trying to kill things with it. Yeah, here I'd probably be looking for like a support type, kind of like Whimsicott or a Mingus I really like here. What do you think, Anthony?
I mean, I already told you one of my favorite Pokemon all time is Ferrothorn, so I'm always a little biased towards my little plant buddy. But no, I agree. Amoonguss is phenomenal. I've had really good success with Grimmsnarl as well. Screening Grimmsnarl is really good. So,
yeah, for sure. Danielle, any Pokemon you're looking at here?
Hatterene, I know can be pretty good.
Yeah,
Togekiss maybe.
So good in Trick Room.
Yeah, season 2, Hatterene won it for me. Got G-Max Smite confused my opponent's G-Max Colossal, and it hit itself twice in a row, and I won. So,
yeah, that G-Max move is very powerful.
Yeah,
from Hatterene.
Very nice. Yeah, I could see, like, there's definitely some good options here. I like Hatterene with, like, Indeedee. You have Indeedees?
I think Indeedee's in the same.
Yeah, it's in the same one. That's unfortunate. Well, you could pick regular Hatterene, but you kind of lose out on that G-Max pick attack. All right, going down to B tier, so I'm gonna unzoom a little bit.
But B's the one you get 3 picks out of, right?
Yeah, you get 3 out of this one. So
solid.
Yeah, so we got quite a few options here. And the power creep from the Crown Tundra really means there's a lot of strong Pokemon.
I know. Seeing Latios in this tier is like, what?
Exactly. Just all the legendaries that they added. Yeah, so other than a legendary, Anthony, anything you're looking at here?
I love Clefable. I've always thought Clefable's a really good mon. you know, Magic Bounce is, I mean, not Magic Bounce, Magic Guard.
Yep.
I love Sylveon too. I've always had Pixelate Sylveon. It's really good for me in the past. I'm biased towards Fairy types, if you can't tell. Like I just won a mono-type tournament with Fairy type. Also, my boy Polteageist is in P, so you know, looking at him.
Here he is. Gotta get the mascot. Gotta get the mascot down there, that's for sure. Danielle, any Pokemon you're looking at here?
I agree with Sylveon. I like the fairy types a lot too. Gengar, mostly because we're the same height.
Nice.
He's always worked out well for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I always look at like the support Pokemon. I don't know if that's just my mindset too, but I think there's a really solid like. You got a lot of good like weather cores in here too.
Yeah, the sand set up with
Yeah, sand with Powdon.
Well, you also have
Sun and Hail.
Yeah.
I think is Gigalith in this one?
Yeah, Gigalith's right next to Conkeldurr.
Oh, yep.
So yeah, you got two sand setups.
Gigalith,
Terrakion is. I'm shocked he's in this tier. He's I think
I
mean, I'm used to singles.
Cobalion,
That thing's insane in singles. Like
yeah, you got Cobalion in there too. So if you wanted to do a justified thing, you could definitely try that.
Yeah, you could run Gale Wings, Talonflame too for some Tailwind.
Yep.
Gale
One
Force.
priority down here. For sure. I think yeah, because Tornadus is up here, right? Yeah, he's up.
Prankster Tornadus, yeah, probably S tier.
Tornadus is probably the best Tailwind user right now, but yeah, definitely. You know,
You got Whimsicott too, but that's
creep
zero.
of this you know is crazy. I want somebody to pick Zarude.
I know. I'm curious to see him down in B tier. I mean, I don't know anything about the monkey, so
he just doesn't have a good dark type attack. If he had like knockoff or something, and his ability kind of stinks.
yeah, his abilities.
Yeah. True. All right, down to C tier. So you get 4 picks out of C tier. All these Pokemon. There's still some heavy hitters. You see Alakazam down here. Butterfree is a solid support type despite its frailty.
Aegis Slash, wow, fell
Yeah,
so
Aegis
far.
Slash is down here.
I love Klefki. I love Klefki as a prankster setup. Yeah, I like Klefki.
For sure. Yeah, we see Calyrex
Really?
down here. He's so bad.
He is. Yeah. Without the steed.
Yeah.
Gross.
The horses are great. Calyrex.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, those horses are so good. Glastrier is like dominating so many different tournaments.
Next year is doing better than last year now too.
Really interesting.
Yeah. Like Dynamax Spectre is really popular.
I love Umbreon, but again, that's from my singles
your
days.
speed is just, you know, so much better than having to set up Trick Room, right? Like, you'd rather have speed than have to do Trick Room, right? So,
Yeah.
overall,
I agree.
if everything else is equal, but
I've had good success with Mandibuzz in the past. I like Mandibuzz in this one.
yeah. We see, like, Galarian Darmanitan down here.
I think it's such a glass cannon.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can like support it and just throw like, you know, rock slides out or whatever, why not? Just hit some things. I always thought Toxtricity would be interesting too. So maybe this could be a time to try Toxtricity out. Got a lot of spread moves. You just need like the right teammates to support it. And then D tier, you got to pick something down in the lowly D tier.
So sad.
You know.
Glade is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, not for goodness, just I love it. So I try to maybe make that work.
Yeah, Glade could work. I mean, it's at least like strong, right?
Yeah.
It's at least like respectable. You know, you could bring it to some matches.
I find it interesting that what I just noticed is G-Max, what's his name? The new friggin' dinosaur, the elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in the G-Max is in D tier, but the regular one's in C. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Where did I see that? Yeah.
That's because some of these their G-Max moves are just like worse.
So bad, yeah.
Moves. Like you'd rather get a defense boost than set up steel,
yeah, like rocks
or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
And like, you know, with Dreadnought, you'd rather set up the rain so that you can abuse Swift Swim than.
Yeah, that was such a mistake that they put it on the water moves and not the rock moves.
Yeah. But I don't know. If he could set up his own rain, he'd be pretty good. You know, if that was the case. But yeah, we see some interesting things. We see a big difference in doubles compared to singles, though.
Oh yeah, Toxapex
down here. One of my sleeper picks I really like is Sneasel too. Sneasel can do a lot of things.
There's the coughing you were talking about, giving EVLA coughing.
Yeah. Yep, coughing. Throw EVLA on him. I would only pick him if I picked Regigigas, but that would be like you really want Regigigas.
Coming in hot with the Bomb of Snow, Hail Metal, let's go.
What do you abuse it with, though?
Nothing. That's an absolute nightmare. Don't do that.
I posted a team, though, that had Slush Rush Arctazol. So, I mean, that's probably the best Slush Rush user right now. So you could try that. But I would probably choose a better Hail Setter than...
that seems a lot better. Like, yeah, you could go with Ninetales at that point.
Yeah. Awesome. So, yeah, just some base stuff. I don't know. I'm ready to start drafting. We're still a couple weeks away, but...
I'm excited.
Yeah. But speaking of the draft, we have the draft order to go over. So all the coaches are going to be super jelly of you guys. You're going to get to see the draft order first before everybody.
I feel so honored.
You should. All right. All right. 5S Season 4 draft order. Let's begin. We're going to be counting down from number 16 all the way to number 1. So let's see. So for those who don't know, the number 1 pick was already determined at the end of last season based on the winner of the losers bracket.
Okay.
And most of the rest of the stuff is based on your finish from last season. So,
which we did great.
Yeah,
me and Danielle, we were just
you guys, you didn't lose at all.
Yeah, undefeated.
And that is why you are at number 16. No. Number 16 goes to our runner-up, the Reno Weezings. So Dave and the Reno Weezings will be holding up the caboose with number 16. So Dave was supposed to join us on this podcast, but I guess he's missing out on this. You guys can see this, right? Popping up.
He would just be sad if he saw that. So, you know.
I don't mind making a grown man cry. That's fine.
It's a mood.
All right. But to make it up to him, I'm at number 15, the Boston Braviaries. You know, we made it to the Final Four, but couldn't crack the championship this time. But number 15, I like being at one of the ends at least. You know, it's a good place to pick at. You can, especially in doubles, because you can get a couple like synergies there at the end. Number 14 goes to the Charm City Charizards, the Cinderella story from last season. So, actually, I should probably ask you guys how, Anthony, you kind of brought up how, you know, building a brand, some lore, you know, building a story. Because
it's all about the story.
We're a story, right? You know, but are you guys familiar with the goings-ons from last season? Basically,
in and out a little bit, yeah.
So Charm City, they ended the season 4-4, barely squeaked into the playoffs as the number 10 seed, and then they just beat like everybody up until they lost in the Final Four. But
Still pretty impressive.
Yeah, they went very far. And in season 2, so the season prior, they were winless. They went 0-8
Yikes.
the entire season. So for them to go from 0-8 to 4-4 and then make a deep run into the playoffs was
It's pretty impressive.
pretty impressive indeed. So they'll be pick number 14. Number 13 goes to the Denver Ninetales. They did pretty well in the regular season, but they ended up losing to Charm City. So they'll get the number 13 pick. Number 12 goes to the Minnesota Nido-Kings. So Danielle, there's Matt's team. Do you think he'll like sitting at number 12?
I'll have to deal with it.
Sucks to suck.
Matt did pretty well last season, though. So
Well, that's exactly why. That's exactly,
you should have done worse.
suck more next time, I think.
Number 11 goes to a Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. So, Anthony, do you know the significance behind this name?
I have no idea.
Danielle, do you know? This is like trivia.
No, I don't think so.
So, Paris's professional soccer team is Paris Saint-Germain.
Oh, okay.
So, Germignon is Chikorita in French.
Ah, I guess it was something like that.
Yeah,
I was
so
like,
that's
Chikorita's gotta be
You
involved
take
somehow.
their professional football team and mix it with Chikorita. So that's what you get.
I'm gonna be very disappointed if whenever he wins a match, he doesn't yell "Goal!" Like, I feel like that's necessary.
Number 10 goes to the Tuscaloosa Talonflames. Head coach Jack will be returning this season. Nick is making his own team, the Florida Feraligators, down the minors. He was on last week's podcast. Check that out. But yeah, Jack was the runner-up in season 2 the last time we did doubles, so I'm sure he'll do very well in doubles again for Tuscaloosa. Number 9 goes to the LA Kinglers. Claws up. Number 8, the Driftvale City Dragapults. So, Anthony, what do you think about the Dragapults here at number 8? They're like the swing pick. That's a
I mean,
tough
8's
place
not
to be.
8's like not a great place to be, but it's not horrendous. Like, you're right in the middle.
What do you think, Danielle?
There's still some good mons.
I mean,
don't
it's
know.
better than 12 or 15.
Yeah, well,
I wonder why we called out 12.
so that's like the bottom half. So I noticed your 2 teams weren't on there, so that means you guys are going to be in the top half.
Feels good. Feels good.
Feels
Good to hear.
All right. Number 7 goes to the Mighty Psyducks. Ali and the Mighty Psyducks coming back. So, Anthony, did you know that the Mighty Psyducks are the heart and soul of the society?
I believe it.
You know something? Even my team, I am not as important as the Mighty Psyducks. Like,
Can't keep them down.
That's
Go
why I
back
couldn't
down.
send them to the minors. Everyone was like, he sucks. He's the worst. Get him out of here. And I was like, no, the society will die. So
I'm hearing some shots fired left and right on this podcast. I'm not gonna lie.
that's okay. The Psyducks are like, what's a good analogy? They're like not a punching bag, because a punching bag, it's like,
Yikes.
I don't know, like a big fluffy teddy bear that you just like body slam all the time. You know what I mean? But like, it's still smart.
I'd make a really easy joke here, but I'm gonna pass.
You can do it. Drop it.
I mean, I'm very used to slamming bears, but that's...
There you go. There you go. I was like, okay.
Hey.
All right. Number 6 goes to the Miami Heat Rams, one of the new teams joining the society, Miami.
I like the logo. Let's
see. Fire. We'll have to get them on the
Fire.
podcast soon for sure. Introduce everybody to them. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit!
Number 5, Pittsburgh Polteageist. There you are, Anthony. Anthony, how do you feel about the number 5 pick?
I feel pretty good. That's a nice pick. I'm more embarrassed myself that I was typing quickly and I missed the H on Pittsburgh Polteageist on my name on this call. But other than that, I feel great about being number 5.
I just noticed that too.
My best friend is from Pittsburgh. She's going to kill me. But other than that, I'm very excited.
It's on the logo at least. I mean, that's what matters.
You know, that's what matters. And it's a great logo. Great logo. I'm very excited. 5's a great spot. I'll take it. There's a lot of good Mons and S that I want to, look at. So that gives me room to play.
Yeah. I think, you're talking about Rillaboom. I think one of the Rillaboom should at least be available at 5.
We'll see.
I'd be surprised if both of them got picked up, but we'll see. I can see GMAT getting picked up early.
I got a few other ones in my head if I don't get them, but, pretty excited with 5. I'll take it.
Number 4 goes to El Paso Electros, another new team. So we got a few new teams here. El Paso. So number 4, the Elite 4. We're going on to number 3. And number 3 goes to the Tokyo Togekiss. Danielle, number 3. How do you feel about number 3, Danielle?
I'm pretty excited. I mean, a lot of choices, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah, that's a good one. I definitely think because obviously the closer you are to 1 is the best. Best, right? But I feel like especially when you're like number 2 or number 3, you can almost guarantee okay, if I pick one thing, when it comes back to me, I can get something that goes good with it.
Yeah.
There's only a couple picks in between you. So congrats on number 3, Danielle. Let's take a look at number 2 goes to the Sin City Squirtles. Picking up number 2. So Sin City will be coming back. They'll have a nice pick there to try and build their team. And we already know who number 1 is. Danielle, do you know who number 1 is?
The Biggest Loser, Vero Beach Volcarona.
Vero Beach Volcarona.
I've been messing with him about that. He's been pretty excited for number 1, but it's fun calling him the number 1 loser.
That's right.
In our hearts.
Loser.
In our hearts.
But yeah, so Vero Beach, number 1 pick. I gotta try and see if we can get Eddie on the podcast. Maybe he can give us some insight on what he's thinking.
I'll try.
For the number 1 pick. That'd be pretty awesome. But yep, that is the draft order. So let me know down below in the comments, guys, where your favorite team ended up in the draft, and if there's a particular Pokemon you think they should pick up at that spot.
The answer is number 5.
Yeah, let me know. Now that Tokyo and Pittsburgh have shown their faces on the podcast, and I feel like you're not really a member of the society until you come on the podcast. So welcome to the society, guys. Official, your ass has been branded, sort of thing.
Oh, sweetie, it's not the first time.
And so, to our viewers, let me know, thumbs up or thumbs down for these teams. Right in the gauntlet right now. What are they? Tokyo? Are they a thumbs up team or thumbs down? First impressions right here. Pittsburgh. Are they a good team? Or are they a bad team? Nothing else other than this 30-minute podcast. What do you think of that?
Yeah,
let us
know.
I'm
in a beauty pageant.
Through the grinder. Oh, you guys are beautiful. They gotta look at my face every week. So I mean, they're used to it. Either all of our viewers are blind or But yeah, so that is episode 31 for the podcast. Danielle, anything you wanted to say to the people?
I'm good.
Oh, she says she's good. She's like, I got the number 3 pick. I'm gonna start doing my research, see what I want. Anthony, how about you? Anything to send off to the people?
excited to be here and, looking for another coach. I want a rival to talk shit with. So come on, someone come at me.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, what he said.
Oh, did you guys actually, while we're on this topic, so are you guys familiar with how, because we have like divisions in the major leagues, are you guys familiar with how those work with us?
I mean, is it similar to like any other kind of like league, like
Yeah.
sport league? Yeah, then I think I got it.
I don't think I had it saved as a slideshow because I showed it on a previous podcast. But so Anthony, you're part of the North Division, which means you have Minnesota, Charm City, and the Mighty Psyducks are all in your division. So you're guaranteed you have to play each of them at least once.
Sounds good.
So if you're looking for a rival, it could be one of those teams.
Well, after you said that, I feel like I can't rival with the Ducks. So I mean, I got two options.
Both of you are like, at least your logos are hockey themed. So
That's fair. That's fair.
You guys got that going. And Danielle, you're part of the West Division, so that puts you in the same division as Denver, LA, and Sin City. So if you're curious about who you'll be playing against each of them once, and then who knows in the playoffs. But yeah, so thanks guys for watching. As always, stay classy, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Toodaloo.